More hammered than a spreadsheet on a Friday afternoon. Let's go, people!
Let's do a podcast. It's a Circling Back podcast. My name is Dave. You loose?
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Jeez, dude.
Dude, fucking playing that Davis Clark shit got me just... God.
Did you see that guy who's only been working out one trap?
What is he doing?
Wait, do we need to put that on here?
What is he doing? Yeah,
Okay,
we'll put it
hold on.
here.
Let's hold that.
Okay.
Randy, have you seen this?
Can we do a seg on it later?
Yeah, let's just do a seg.
Let's do a whole seg.
I knew there was something we were missing, and of course, it's the guy who worked out one trap exclusively. Yeah, cool intro, Dave. My name's Dave. I'm going to host the Circling Back podcast. Welcome. If you're new here, welcome to you. Shout out to you. You've entered this show at a very interesting time because guess what? It's podcast week. How about that?
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't get the calendar alert.
You know that's not my thing.
It is. Oh my God, it is.
That's
Wow.
not my thing.
It is podcast week.
I've been trying to hire an office manager here for about the last 5 years, just for things like that,
Yeah.
to make sure that podcast week, that's on the schedule. That's
Right,
on the calendar
right.
for people.
I did not know, and now I will proceed accordingly.
Producing, appearing to be at about 98%. Looking strong.
That's your assessment, huh?
It looks good. I would never say 100%.
You do look good,
No one would say.
Randy.
It's Randy Trim back
Something
here.
about you today. You got a little glow.
Hi, Dave. It's because I'm wearing my Camp Will Mommy's new shirt that was sent in. to
No, that's
us.
not it.
That's why it is. Hey, shout out to all the Will Mommies out there.
You're having a hair day. That's what it is.
I don't think that's what it is.
So that shirt is the same color. So it's like a salmon. Dylan, I don't know if you can tell.
It's actually pronounced salmon.
You can't see that, can you?
Well, I can't because the screen is in the way. I can't even see the shirt at all.
So the shirt, a long time ago on a blog, we're going to play Remember When once again, called Postgrad Problems.
Do you remember?
We launched like 4 shirts. This is before it was even like a website, and one of them was a Rage Against the Copy Machine shirt,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and it was that
same
color.
blank, huh?
It's the same blank. Is that a Comfort Colors?
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
A,
There
it's
you
a
go.
nice
Hoss.
blank.
I
There you
remember.
go.
Shouts to Krim. That's
It was
This guy knows colors.
it was a parody of Che Guevara.
Must be nice.
Rage
Yeah,
Against the Copy
it
Machine.
was Che Guevara, but he had, I believe, a comb over or a slick back.
We
Something.
fried him up.
His hair was a little.
He was
dipped.
supposed to look like a kid right out of college who was working
Post-grad.
like an office job.
Post-grad Che.
There's about 8 out there in the wild, and we sold 6 of those. One of them is Phil Battaglia's wife. Shout out Ashley, who I believe Phil brought her the shirt, and like I think it's like a sleep shirt or was. I think I got that right.
Was it
so.
a Shacker shirt?
I know.
Yeah, I don't want to say that. Well, she did get it from me.
I know J Bone's wife uses hers as a sleep shirt, but that was also not sold to him. He just got it from the box at Grand X.
Okay, maybe it was J Bone and not Phil.
Okay.
Sorry. So I apologize. I regret the error, but thank you, Randy, for being here.
It's beautiful when a Shacker shirt becomes wife shirt. You know, it's a beautiful story.
What are you talking about?
Like if a Shacker, if you end up marrying your Shacker, it's like not a
Yeah.
Shacker shirt anymore.
I didn't marry my Shackers.
We, did-
Shacker.
They all fucking hated me.
we just yelled at them when they left the house. Shacker!
That's so fucked up.
It's so funny.
That's messed up, dog.
Is that what y'all did?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I will take 1 ally point from Randy.
Yeah, bud.
How about that, buddy?
Whenever my friend used to is now his wife, but we drop her off at Zeta. When she get out of the car, we just all yell Shacker as she was leaving the car.
The way you said drop her off at Zeta, it was like 20-year-old Randy.
We drop her off at Zeta.
Yeah, we dropped
just,
her off
we just
at-
yell Shacker.
We just left her at the
Yeah,
curb. Bro.
so-
She can walk in herself.
No, she's actually a cool chick. We went to Alvin Ord's.
Alvin Orts.
We took it
No
out.
one knows what that is unless they're.
No, it was.
Is it still around?
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
Sandwich shop in San Marcos,
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, that's the least I could do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying,
she
Campbell?
deserved a hoagie or whatever they sell there.
Did you say a sandwich? It's a sandwich shop.
Sandwich. I want to make it sound cooler.
Hoagies and grinders.
Hoagies,
and
grinders, sub, sandwich. A lot of names for sandwiches.
Speaking of grinders, Dillon Shivery.
Haha.
Very happy to be here. A quick shout out to the to Krem and the rest of the Will Mommies for sending us a care package, including this signed hat. This hat's dope. They sent us a blank one too, which is we're gonna fight over it, I'm sure. But if you allow me time to just read off the names that have signed this.
Yeah. I'll give you the floor.
Okay. Callie,
Katy.
Alex, Nicole, Paige B, Emma, Lauren. I think is that our friend? Lauren? Probably,
yeah.
Michelle, AG, Shell Bay, Madison, Macy, shout out Macy, Emily, Krem, Linus, Chelsea, Christy, Sam, and Melissa. Thank you very much.
Can you
Very
read the
thoughtful.
second name again? I stepped on it. It was Alex.
Alex.
She'd be very disappointed if she didn't get to hear Dillon read her name in Dillon voice.
And a double shout out to Krem for sending us another heartfelt letter in just the most incredible penmanship you're ever going to see on a human being. It's every time we get something from her, we have to show the office like this because it's really nice penmanship.
Krim and a lot of these, maybe all of these young ladies are Mount Rushmore listeners, Krim especially. But I do get a little irritated at Krim when I see how much time she puts into things, and it makes me feel like a real fucking big piece of shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't put that much time into anything.
She's a very thoughtful young lady.
Did you see okay, I should have showed you this. The box that came with, she even took the time when doing our address, she just wrote out washed, but did it in our logo form.
I did see that. Yeah, literally no one's doing that.
Like she's doing the most.
Yeah, you don't see that anywhere.
No.
Except for here.
And I read that and I'm like, wow, she spent more time doing this address than I did like writing a best man speech.
If I put forth 10% of the effort that Krim does, I'd probably get somewhere in life.
Yeah, I've been trying to actually. Now you brought that up, I kind of want to talk to you about that.
Okay.
Because you haven't been doing fucking shit lately.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it together.
She made me as Dimmadome in the Fairly Odd Parents style as a character, and it's probably one of my favorite fan art things that anyone has ever done for Washed.
Pretend I'm unfamiliar.
So Doug Dimmadome is from Fairly Odd Parents, the cartoon show.
Yes.
So she made me in that style as Dimmadome. So like it looked like I was part of the show.
Wow.
That's very cool.
Pretty good.
That's real sick.
Mm-hmm.
Do we intro this guy?
Yeah, man. That's when I used my time to
yeah.
talk about our lovely Will Mommy's friends.
If you thought this was strong banter, check this out. We've got a Patreon. It's got even
my
harder
God.
banter. We banter so hard on
It's
there.
the hardest shit you've ever seen.
Oh my God. We do an episode every Tuesday, and that one could be anything from conspiracy tinged pod called Touching Based. It could be cold calls, which we did last week, which were quite strong.
It was a gas episode.
Every cold call we've done has been like a heater, but last week's was really strong. We'll do exactly 5 minutes where we take, we got a big spreadsheet full of listener prompts, and then Dillon's got a bingo doohickey that he spins and grabs a ball out of, and we just pick one at random and we riff on it for exactly 5 minutes.
Facts.
You never know. Randy's game show from time to time, that's not tomorrow.
No, I think tomorrow will probably be exactly 5 minutes or circling back on Touching Base. I can't remember because I think Will would want to be on those episodes.
Ooh.
So we'll have to figure that out.
I'm fiending for one of those again.
Fiending.
So yeah, if Will's available tomorrow morning, I will find 2 segments and we'll do a circling back on Touching Base. Thursday,
we drop listener voicemails. That's exactly what it sounds like. We go to the call line, the pipeline, 888-618-4422. Call in, leave a message. We try to keep it tactical. Occasionally we'll play something that's longer than a minute if they've got like a really killer story, or I'll be honest, if it's a guy who's got like a good Southern accent, I don't know why. I just feel like
we get a lot of those.
Those calls tend to be really good. Or if it's like a young lady from like Philly or Chicago, they tend to get played. It's like aesthetically pleasing accents for me.
If you are a young man with a Southern accent, Dave will play your voicemail. That's just something that he does.
I got a little bit of a Southern bias, but like I'm looking for more Pacific Northwest representation.
Yeah, out Cali way, maybe even.
Yeah. So hit us on the voicemails, but we drop those every Thursday. Also, look for us to drop a newsletter every Friday in your inbox at like 7 a.m. Central, maybe earlier. I don't know. Wash.substack.com. Check it out. What did we do last week? What'd you do?
I wrote about the theory that birds are somehow not present inside the grounds of Augusta National.
Oh.
And instead they pipe in bird sounds throughout the broadcast and at the actual
I believe that.
club.
It seems so unbecoming of a club and embarrassing but I do believe it because it's too constant.
I do too.
I watched a lot of golf over the weekend, and I had that thought.
The tufted titmouse is a bird native to Georgia.
When does it mate?
I don't have the information.
I have a black crested titmouse that comes by my balcony to my bird feeder.
Is that right?
I've named him Titty Boy. Yes.
Titty Boy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a rapper that goes by that.
2 Chainz, his original name. He changed it, probably more marketable.
I don't know.
Titty Boy?
I liked it.
For another day. Go check us out and subscribe. YouTube.com/circling back. The show's better watched like if you throw it on your TV or your laptop or your device, I think.
Dave's trying to get the YouTubes just popping.
I really am. It's YouTube week also. Podcast week coincides with YouTube week. And I want everybody to go subscribe. Even if you don't, just go subscribe. We're trying to get those numbers up. It's important.
Could we do a Coffee Friday soon? Just chopping it up with the squad.
I would do that.
Maybe even a live one with an active chat. They're fun, man. I'm just throwing it out there. We don't have to put it on the schedule yet. Let's just talk about it.
We will do Coffee Fridays on you. We need a live product. It's too much fun interacting with the chat.
That's
Dillon's
facts.
Track House every Thursday. Speaking of chat, that'll be back this Thursday. We didn't do it because of the Masters, but we did do a Masters chat.
We did.
On Substack. It's another thing we do.
We're mixing it up in there,
which is great. It's a better function than I would say the other chats we do, like on Patreon for the patrons. It's just better functionality. What else? Bit Madness. That's all done. We had a winner. That was last week. Go check it out if you missed. You have. Is this a good one to send to people who were in the loading phase or thinking about getting involved?
Yeah. Also, Randy put together some care packages for the top 3 winners of Bit Madness, and they're sitting out there ready to be shipped out as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Shouts to the winners. Shouts to former baby.
Who won? Was it Elena?
Former
Elena,
baby.
Yeah.
Was she the former baby?
She
or
was the former baby. Yep.
She used to be a baby. That's the thing about her.
Okay.
Way back in the day.
On that note,
Bro, let's go out this weekend. There's a crazy event happening.
I like to turn up.
Bro, there's a crazy event happening.
We had the party and it was lit.
I got yelled at by a prostitute.
Let's just go have fun and let go of it.
this weekend in fun presented by our good friends at Rollback. Rollback. Where do we begin?
Gosh, I don't know, dude. I don't even know anymore. They have so much stuff going on right now, and it's all just absolute fire. I've been wearing the Grit gym shorts like crazy. I wore them this morning when I walked Stella around the trail.
I wore them all weekend.
They're awesome. They're so cozy, man.
I got something in my inbox last night. Did they redo or just a new version of the Blue Bonnet polo? I believe they did. It's strong.
Yes,
it's very
they have,
strong.
They have so many different polos. You can't help but find something you're gonna absolutely love on there. It's swim trunk season. They got trunks covered. They got looper shorts. They got joggers.
What's a looper short?
Looper short is just your standard khaki golf short with belt loops. That's why it's called the looper.
You can wear a belt.
They have a looper jogger now and those are also fire.
If you're playing a course.
Brett wore them to his Calcutta last week.
Yes, he did. It tucked in. Brett was ready to rock.
That's the only part of the outfit he got right, actually. Was the bottoms.
That's true.
Anyway, Washed 20 get you 20% off at checkout. That is a one-time use code, so don't be an idiot and only buy one item. You're going to regret that.
That would be pretty embarrassing.
Washed 20.
Famously, I was working on my apartment gym yesterday, and unlike Dillon, I had someone in there actually wearing a shirt, and it was a Roback shirt.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You were working out?
Yes, I was working out.
Okay.
I spotted numerous Roback shirts during the Masters broadcast.
A ton.
Yeah. Well represented out there in Augusta.
Yeah, there was a moment when 6 years ago when Roback was just kind of really finding their footing. That if you went out to the former tournament here, the Dell match play, you walked around, you saw a guy in a Roback. They were few and far between. So if you saw somebody, they probably listened to our show.
Yeah.
That's honestly the thought I had.
Same.
Then 2 years later,
They were everywhere. It
they
was
were
every other
everywhere.
person.
And it was these guys probably don't all listen to our show. It'd be cool if they did. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That would
this
have been sick.
this 7-year-old man and this 8-year-old, they probably don't. They're wearing Roback and they probably don't listen to our show.
That's fair.
But they wear Roback because it's phenomenal.
Yes.
And I wear it all weekend. I wear it to the gym. Shout out to the good people. Load that card up, Hoss.
Would you allow me the time to talk about my weekend and fun?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
I had an excellent weekend, A+ weekend. So as I talked about last week, Chelsea's parents were in town from Utah, And it was a big weekend, not just because they were visiting, but because they were meeting Parks for the first time. And that went extremely well. They love Parks, obviously. Who doesn't? And Parks had a good time with them. But it started on Friday. We had a little Matto Ranchos outing.
Matto Ranchos.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Sam. Matto Ranchos. They wanted to go to the place that we always talk about. So we took them and they loved it.
Did you have to explain what the name of the restaurant is versus how you pronounce it?
I didn't get into that. I
Why
should
not?
have. I don't know.
It's a really easy thing to describe to somebody.
Yeah, it didn't come up. But yeah, they her dad got a skinny frozen and the mom got a knockout. We got a Bob Armstrong dip. We showed them, we got the works for them, and they love the place.
What was your order? Your food order?
My order was we actually the four of us shared fajitas, beef and shrimp.
Oh,
Very good.
interesting. Okay. Surf and turf. I like that.
Later on that evening, baseball game. Parks had 2 games this week, and the first was on Friday, and he had a really good game. He put the ball in play each time, got 1 base hit, scored a run. Unfortunately, they got their asses handed to them.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Were you riding a sick little buzz into that game?
No.
From Matt's?
No.
Okay.
No. I had
I would have been.
1 marg at we had an early dinner. And no,
Okay.
it was not.
I would have doubled down. I would have been riding a sick little buzz, but that's all right.
He would have been. Yeah. I'm sorry. That was on Thursday. Matt's was Thursday, and then the game was Friday.
Doesn't
Completely
matter,
different
dude.
day.
All that matters is you had some toss.
Completely
and some
different
baseball.
day. So after the game, Parks, that's when he met the parents, and it was it was awesome. Minus the L that the team took.
It's all right. There's going to be plenty of those in life. You got to move on.
Saturday, we went to, they were staying at the Line, which is a hotel downtown. We went there. Parks and I got a little pool action in.
What's it called?
The Line.
Yeah.
It's not a cocaine thing, guys. It's just a
I
name
don't
of,
know.
it's the name of a hotel.
Wait, I don't know about this hotel at all. Where's it at?
It used to be called something else.
The Bump.
It's like second in Congress. It's like Cesar Chavez in Congress, right?
Cesar Chavez in Congress.
Yeah,
right there.
Chavez and Colin.
It's on the lake, and it's a great spot, honestly. And then Saturday evening, I watched some golf, of course, after the pool action, and then we went to dinner at Moonshine, which is a restaurant I always forget about, and it is really good and very reasonably priced for being in downtown Austin.
One of the first restaurants Alyssa and I went to in town before I took the job in Austin at Grand X.
Yeah.
We went to dinner with the founders of Grand X, Ryan and Madison.
Okay.
And you know who I saw there with his new baby? I remember this very vividly. Our good friend Toad, the Toad.
Oh, how about that?
He was there, saw him,
They
caught
have
up
an
with him.
Excellent Sunday brunch.
It's a spot that I always forget about,
I know.
but I enjoy it when I
Dude,
go.
It's good, and it's not. You get a cocktail for under $18, which is in Austin like wow.
Tariffs, Randy.
I got a chicken fried steak there when my parents were in town a couple of years ago,
And
and it was good.
It's like
It
one
was
of your
good.
favorite foods, sneaky, huh?
Yeah, sneaky.
that's great. So that was Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, Parks had another baseball game. And he had such a good game that we are going to talk about it in a later segment called Dillon's Peepee Minute, because he's just peepeeing on baseballs right now.
Okay.
Okay,
He was the star of the game.
I was wondering what that was on the rundown.
Piss.
Star of the game.
I thought you were just working in an end of the show
And-
pee break.
I'm really excited to talk about it.
I'm glad you're not.
The kid is he's on top of the world right now, and it's mostly because of this game, and it was just really, really exciting. Then we went back to my place, had her parents over to my place, and we cooked dinner and ate up on the roof.
What'd you cook?
I grilled shrimp.
Ooh.
I grilled shrimp on the grill outdoors,
Oh,
and we did broccoli, rice,
it's a health play.
sweet potatoes.
Okay. What'd you serve to drink? Any ice cold beers for the boys?
We drank rosé still.
There you go.
Still rosé because it was a little warm outside and the
Sure.
sun was setting. And it all made sense.
It was a very nice evening.
It was
A
It
little
was
windy,
lovely.
but very nice.
We had great but warm weather over the weekend. Sun was out all weekend long. It was really nice,
Sure.
and it was an excellent weekend. Great time with the parents. They're great. Meeting with Parks went great. They also met my dad and my sister and brother-in-law, my nieces, and that all went great. Oh, we did Pine House after his game on Friday. That was fun too.
You played the card.
Played the card.
You hear that, Randy? He played a za card.
Play Zakar.
Played the Czar card.
Okay.
And I'm excited to talk about his baseball game later on in
So-
this very episode.
Okay. Any other questions I have for you for your weekend? That's a full weekend.
Dude,
That's
it
a
was,
lot
It
of.
was a full weekend and everything went well.
That's
minus-
dining out weekend.
Minus them getting stuffed into a locker during that baseball game Friday. After that, it was
Sometimes you gotta get stuffed into a locker to see your way out.
exactly. They flushed it though, and then moved on to Sunday.
Hell yeah. Dillon's Peepee Minute upcoming.
PP Minute will be later on.
PP minute, 2 pounds of piss minute coming up.
Randy.
Hey,
Good start.
weekend.
Oh, let's just reset here. Hold on. Here we go.
Dude, these
Bro,
allergies
chill
are
out this
bad.
weekend.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I had a weekend. Friday, I didn't do anything,
Okay.
but I played a lot of video games. Played Helldivers 2. It's my favorite video game maybe of all time. But Saturday was the day.
Of all time?
It's,
Dude, I didn't know
it's
y'all were
top
still
3.
doing Helldivers.
I am. It had a resurgence a couple months ago, and then I just continued to play.
You just said
Essentially.
resurgence.
Resurgence.
Yeah. What
Is that like a diarrhea thing?
No, it's real time. Like a resurgence. What's the word? I'm looking for?
Resurgence.
No, resurgence.
Okay.
Okay. Resurgence. Anyways, that was Friday. I didn't do much outside of that. But Saturday, Brad and I went to an engagement party at Desert Door Distillery.
This looked lit.
It was awesome. Because we had a brunch at the to-be bride and groom's house, and then we took a party bus to Desert Door. And it's probably like a 40-minute drive, maybe less. I don't know.
Out around Driftwood Way.
I believe so, yeah. And Satol's good. I need a new bottle of Satol anyways. So, but
You have to. No bar is complete without Satol.
it's the bus we went on was amazing. It was an old tour bus that was built by, like, I don't think he physically built it for John
Right.
Denver, his original, like,
So that
he
was a
toured
real
that bus.
thing?
Yeah.
It looked dope.
It was sick. I can throw maybe up some pictures of it, but so he built it, toured on it, and then there's like a ton of other bands that toured on it too. Let
You think
me,
he used to smoke weed in it?
dude,
For sure.
let me see if
I don't want to speak. I don't want to speculate about the deceased, but was he was low key crushing it on that thing, right?
Hey, that John Denver is full of shit, man.
That didn't answer my question at all. That was just a movie line.
Okay, what was your question again?
Do you think he was getting a lot of pee on that thing?
I'm
just asking questions.
There's a good chance he got pee. on the
Everybody's
thing.
fucking wondering. It's a tour bus and it's John.
Probably
Denver.
where Randy was sitting.
when we were sitting in the back playing Super Nintendo, and when the bus driver gave us like the rundown before we went off, like the first thing I said, I was like, dude, imagine how many rock stars just got sucked down back here.
Jesus. Is that why you were smelling the cushions?
Yeah. No. So like he toured on it first, and then here's some other people. Natalie Cole,
Okay.
Foreigner,
Whoa,
Journey.
whoa. Foreigner?
Yeah.
Okay. That bus has seen some things. Continue.
Journey,
Yes.
Cheap Trick, the Doobie Brothers, the Rolling Stones. That's just from the paper. Let me see all the other ones.
Going forward, how about you lead with the Rolling Stones? No offense, you're doing great.
I'm
but
just reading.
I'm just
what-
saying, like, that is the draw there.
and
Those
then
are all very big names. They've contributed mightily to music, but the Rolling Stones is the biggest name.
probably there. And then I
Yeah.
think there's a couple more.
Mick Jagger, dog. You got to lead with Mick.
I'm on a bus
Earth,
in
Wind, and
Austin. Okay.
Fire.
Do you remember?
Aerosmith.
Oh, Jesus. This is a filthy bus. Why? This thing should be burned.
Did you bring a black light?
I said that we do not want to take a black light. I'm assuming that the actual cushions are not the same as they were, but like, yeah, just insane amount of people that toured on this bus. So it was cool. It's like all like kind of sailing and nautical themed, and it's just very wood paneled, and
Vintagey.
it was vintagey. It was sick.
Did you guys get a little boozy on it?
Oh yeah, got a lot of boozy. I
Get
got
you
more.
some booze there,
I think I
huh?
got more boozy at the actual.
How do you pre-booze
Sotol.
for a Sotol?
We were
tasting?
mainly just
Explain to
doing-
the folks at home who might not know what that is, because I didn't know what that was till I.
Sotol is
Moved here.
an alcohol that comes from some type of like a cactus plant, and the original Sotol tastes a lot more like tequila. And then if they age it in oak barrels, it tastes a little more whiskey. And then if they add like more cactus botanical flowers to it, it tastes more gin. It's very interesting. They're different ones, but it's a cactus plant type of alcohol. It's similar to tequila.
Yeah, I think it's
Tequila adjacent.
specifically made from the plants of the genus Dacilarium,
Obviously, he
course.
didn't know that. He just.
Chihuahua,
I mean,
Mexico.
I'm sorry, he didn't read that. He knew that off the top of his
Off
head.
his top of his
No, and I
head.
think the thing about it is what people will typically taste is like compared to a crisp tequila or often smoky mezcal, Sotol tends to be like bright and grassy.
Yeah,
Depending on how and when it's made or where it's made, some bottlings can have musky, earthy, and vegetal characteristics. I've never seen that word, don't like it.
yeah. Dave knows a lot about this.
It's not unusual for some to liken Sotol's funky aroma to sweaty socks. Not exactly a selling point here on the description from Rum Love Festival. But anyway, carry on. That's all off the dome.
That's insane. That's also here. I'm putting some. If you're watching at home, I'm going to put some images on the screen for everyone. But
Is this a gram? Did you get a gram off?
no, just took pictures of the bus for whatever. But also, we started at
Look at
10
that
in the
thing.
morning. So yeah, this is the bus, and it's
dope.
it's so sick. There's the inside. Very very cool thing. But
You know Keith Richards OD'd twice on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta imagine all these different partitions like probably had curtains just so that they could just hook up with some floozies, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure the hook up with
I
floozies.
already lost an. They probably had so many shackers. But my problem was that I got to the brunch late, so I only had one breakfast taco. Then started drinking champagne and high noons, and then we went to Desert Door.
My question for you is going to be: how does one pregame for a distillery like this?
It was a lot of
'Cause,
champagne.
like that's tough because you're like you're going to go get this one thing because that's the one thing they've got. So you got to lead into it. You're like, I don't want to overdo it on the way there.
They did some Bloody Marys too, because it was a brunch, so a lot of there was a lot of champagne because it was an engagement party, so it was a lot of champagne actually is a celebratory drink. Did you know that, Dylan?
I did.
But so I only
Don't
had-
catch Dillon at a caloric deficit drinking champagne. Or someone's getting fucking hit in the face.
Oh man,
Never seen the guy more angry.
That's facts.
So I had one taco and then went and drank all day. Did like a flight, which was pretty much 4 shots and like 2 drinks there. By the time I got back to their place, then we started smoking weed. Brett could tell you, I was
Okay.
slurring my words bad. And I just went home and I got probably home at like 5 o'clock and then slept till like 1 in the morning. Got up, watched some TV for 2 hours and went back to sleep. So
I'm glad you didn't require a buffer day today.
my Sunday was
We were-
my buffer day.
We were wondering.
but,
But
yeah,
sometimes you need 2 buffer days, bud.
but it was fun.
Very cool.
That's my whole weekend. Sunday I didn't do much of anything.
I'm going to save some of my weekend for a segment I'm putting potentially after Dylan's PP segment. Dylan's PP Minute. It's going to be Dave's Dada Minute.
Okay.
Because I might have something there. But I Friday night, I think I consumed about as much Masters content as I have in my life. I was dialed. I loved what was happening. And once it was over, you know what? I'll continue my insane glazing of NLU, but I was firing up their recap. And once that was done, I was like, I'm going to find a movie. I'm going to find something. I'm going to watch something I've never seen. I settled on Heat. I watched Heat for about the, 8th or 9th time in my life. Always a classic. So I watched Heat Friday night. Randy, you ever seen Heat?
Never seen it.
Well,
I've never seen it either,
well,
man.
I guess I'll just fuck off.
I saw it on like the front page of Netflix. And I was thinking about watching it.
It's
but then-
because of the Val
yeah,
Kilmer
yeah.
death, sadly.
You should. You
What's
should
it
watch
about? Is it just like a police action movie?
It's a heist movie, right?
You got a team, you got a crew, and these guys are good. These guys are good. You got a crew, rob things, armored cars, things of that nature. They, they
Sick.
hit some licks, and then you got Al Pacino, who's a cop, and he's hot on the case. But he's got his own problems. Personal issues. It's tough. He's drinking a lot, and you got De Niro, and he's leading this crew. And I'll leave it there. But you got De Niro, Val Kilmer, and Pacino. What more do you need?
It's pretty good.
You should watch it. It's a great movie. One of the most iconic bank heist scenes you'll ever see.
Can't wait to watch it. Actually.
Shootouts, things of that nature. Saturday golf. Watch golf. Snuck in a gym trip. Haven't been in a while, but got in there, got it done.
We can tell.
I'm off my strength 5x5 bit that I was doing. I realized that while I was seeing some incremental strength gains, because I've been doing this thing, I was like, all right, 5x5, I'm gonna up the weight. We're gonna see how strong we can get. That's the whole goal, is just strength. I was like, I'm gonna hurt myself. I didn't actually do it, but there came a point a couple weeks ago when I was doing some like deadlift that I was like, okay, this weight I'm comfortable with, but I could see this, like if I came in here without a proper warm up, this is where I would hurt my back. So I was
Deadlift
like,
is a
I'm
young
done.
man. It's a young man's game.
I'm done. I'm done doing that. I'm still lifting a decent amount for myself, but whatever. Now it's just about I don't know, being my own boss in the gym, not letting someone's 5x5 plan dictate what I do.
Sure.
How about that?
Sure.
Saturday, more Masters. Dude, I freaking love the
It's
Masters.
fun, man.
Dude, we made a homemade pimento.
Facts?
No.
Oh.
In fact, I don't think I'll ever do that. I don't really need it. I like pimento's fine. I'll never go out of my way to eat that.
I like it.
It's fine. Like if I go over to your place and you like put it out and you're
You're
like,
going to eat it.
I'll put it on a cracker and eat it. I don't need to go out of my way to make it or do anything special. My Masters viewing is best consumed with like I go pick up a Jets or I go pick up some chicken strips or something.
Yeah.
I would rather do that than like pretend to give myself the false idea that I'm at the Masters for some reason, because I'm not. I'm on my couch. I've got like a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old running around going fucking ape shit. I'm not putting myself in that place. So it's fine.
Give me some chicken and biscuits though. That cracker with some pimento cheese. I'm gonna fuck it up.
You're gonna fuck it up?
I'm gonna fuck it up.
There you go.
That's the best cracker to pair with pimento cheese.
Saturday night, more of the same. Relaxed, pondered, thought what if. Just thinking about things.
Okay.
Sunday, I got to give a shout out to the family. They just let Dad take control of the Samsung. That's right, a name drop. And they said, you know what? Go off, Hoss. Watch your Masters. Hung out. Did a lot of outside stuff as well, before the big groups teed off, the big boys. And all in all, man, just a nice weekend. One of the more stressful days, and we'll get to that in a minute, of watching golf or watching any sport really. But yeah, fun times. That's about it. Anything else? Anybody leave anything else you want to get to?
I don't think so, man.
I watched all about the 5 minutes of the Masters.
Okay, that's awesome, dude.
We don't want to hear about
You're
that.
so
man.
crazy, man.
Mhm.
Do they have it on a screen on the bus?
No, they did have it at the house, and then Brett and Omar were constantly checking in on their phone at the actual distillery.
Got to check your picks. Got to check your pool. See where you're at.
He's got to check his Calcutta shit.
Yeah, this guy was all business in that Calcutta. All young professional.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, which I think any young professional or young business person should have rocket money.
I would co-sign that, Dave.
I got that email this morning just saying like, hey man, here's what you spent last week. And you know what? Rocket money's phenomenal. When it comes to spending, sometimes it's out of sight, out of mind. That daily coffee habit, I used to have one. Those streaming subscriptions, I still got them. They add up fast without you even noticing. Rocket money helps you spot those patterns so you can do something about them and keep more money in your pocket. Prices are going up on just about everything lately, so being smart with your money, it's not just a good idea, it's essential. Rocket Money is a personal finance app. Helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Yeah, I was checking my inbox this morning. They're like, hey, here's what you did last week. Here's how it compares. Check it out. Does everything look good? So helpful.
Great chance it's going to save you some money, and a good chance it's going to save you quite a bit of money.
Absolutely. See all of your subscriptions in one place, know exactly where your money's going. For ones you don't want anymore, Rocket Money can help you cancel them. It's a good idea to hop in there at a minimum monthly, just to make sure you don't have anything you forgot about. Any of those, sometimes you sign up for like a free trial and you forget to go back in and cancel. You got to get to that early. You can easily create a personalized budget with custom categories to help keep your spending on track. See your monthly spending trends in each category to know exactly where your money's going. Get alerts if bills increase in price, there's unusual spending activity, or if you're close to going over budget. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/circling today. That's rocketmoney.com/circling. rocketmoney.com/circling. Want to talk Trap Guy? You want to talk Masters? Oh, we got a very, very important segment.
We got to do
actually.
Masters Core, dog.
Yeah, I don't want to lead with Trap Guy.
No. We got to do this one right now.
I've just been thinking about him so much.
I had
Like
to,
one
I,
of his traps.
I had to leave. Yeah, dude, I don't know what that kid's doing. Yeah, you're excited about this one. I had to leave the room earlier so you could fill in Brett and Will on what was going on.
So we'll get into the ins and outs of what went down yesterday on Too Much Dip. That's a sports podcast here at Wash Media. It's Dillon, myself, Randy producing, and our good friend KJ. And we'll talk the sports. We'll talk the Masters. I don't know if you have anything you wanted to share here about your overall viewing experiences or what you thought.
I will just say that I was already somewhat of a Rory fan, but as I was watching the Masters, I realized how much of a Rory guy that I am. I don't know if I've ever been this happy for someone winning a golf tournament.
More so than Tiger 2019?
Yeah.
Really?
Because he's done it a bunch. Rory to finally get over the hump after his 2011 meltdown, and this is the last one he needed, and he's trying. It's been a long road for Rory to get to this moment, and I'm really happy for the guy.
Yesterday was the most excruciating, painful round of golf I've ever watched, start to finish. I'm a Rory fan. I'm not a Rory diehard. He's not in that tier of. He's not on the Tiger level for me. He's right under it. He's there with. Man, I would have said Spieth a few years back.
He has as much game as maybe anyone who's ever played golf. It's just mentally, he's not a killer, or he hasn't been a killer.
Yeah, he's clearly coming up and trying to do the Grand Slam in an era, the career Grand Slam in an era when so he didn't do it. And then he had he had obviously had 2011, and then he hasn't won a major since 2014. And then it just builds and builds, and the pressure, and then essentially he's got this chip on, or this boulder hanging over his head.
Yeah.
And he has to hear about it. And he has stuff in his personal life, last couple years. You don't really know what's going on there. It's just kind of a wild scene. You're like, dude, is he ever going to do it? He's playing well.
Yeah.
Last couple
He
years.
said his game is in the best shape that he's ever remembered before the tournament started.
But I kind of switched from watching that yesterday, rooting for him, to watching that yesterday and just rooting. Instead of rooting for him to do it and go accomplish that, I was like, I'm just rooting for you to not have the worst meltdown in golf history.
Yeah.
Which is not a fun place to be as a
when
viewer.
he had a 2-stroke lead and doubles the first. It's like, here we go. Here we go. Hang on to your butts.
It's like the starting pitcher who goes out and gets touched up in the first, and then it settles him down a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all he had to do.
Yeah.
Come to find out, it didn't really settle him down that much, as we still had I think 3 of the greatest shots ever hit, and then 2 of at least 2 the dumbest shots you've ever seen.
Yeah.
1 for sure. But Randy, if you could introduce Masters Court. Good job.
Thank you.
My bailiff over there.
Masters Court.
All rise. You don't have to rise.
Okay, thank
You're
you.
already risen. You don't want to.
Oh, what's
That's
going
right.
on over there? Glizzin.
Don't worry
Got a
about
clue
it.
over there. Here's the deal. Some shit went down in my group chat yesterday. I'm not going to name names, and I'm going to protect him. We'll call him Tim Doe.
Okay.
Tim Doe is a member of my high school friends group chat. It's a combo. High school friends and I guess a college friend, him being the college friend who's worked his way into this very, very esteemed group of people. We're watching, and this guy, he was surprised and gifted 2 Masters tickets by his boss, also a friend, as kind of a bonus. Hey, you started working here at my office. You've done a lot of great things.
Wow.
Here are these 2 Masters tickets for
That's-
Sunday.
that's
Sunday at the Masters.
Quite a gift. Holy
Okay.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's well documented. I would take those.
Yeah.
I would like to go to the Masters someday.
Most people would take those.
You've been to the Masters.
I have been.
Will's been to the Masters. Brett hasn't. Randy hasn't.
Quite
but
a
one day.
place.
So he posts something on his socials. It's them flying out to Augusta, and they're wearing their he and his wife. They're wearing their Masters gear, whatever. It's very cute. Like, wow, he's about to have a fucking day.
Yep.
He's about to go off. I completely forgot he was there because I was just so dialed into the tournament because it was an insane tournament on so many levels.
I can guess where this is going, but I'm going to hear it play out anyway.
We're texting and I get word.
He's famously not texting because you can't. Bring
Right,
your phone.
exactly right. And I'm like, oh, he's not going to see any of these because he's at the tournament, right? This is going to be, he's going to get out of there and see he's got like 200 texts. I get a text from another buddy, a side text in the group, and it's like, hey, you should check in on Tim Doe. I'm like, he's at the mat. Why would I check in? I
Yeah,
know what
he
he's
can't-
doing.
he's not
He's
gonna
clearly
get it.
like having the best day of all time. He's at
Most
arguably-
exhilarating round of golf that I can remember in a very long time.
arguably like outcome be damned, one of the most exciting Masters of our
Yes,
lifetime.
absolutely.
Right?
Yeah,
We
it
have not
was.
seen anything
The
like that.
storylines, the meltdowns, the resurgences from
It's
some golfers.
resurgence.
The resurgences, yes. And so I'm just like, I'm in my head, I'm living vicariously through him. I'm like, dude, he's probably got like a light beer in his left hand. He's got a pimento sandwich in the
Yep.
other, and he's just fucking
Yeah,
going off.
just having a day.
He's just watching Rory just bang one through the trees.
looking for birds that aren't
Oh
there.
my God.
Whole thing.
Yeah, he's looking for the real birds. And find out he's not there.
No, fuck that. Come on.
I'm like, whoa. I'm like, they're on like 11. Rory just almost
11?
Rory's got like a third. Rory just almost put one in the water on 11.
My guess was he got tired and left when Rory was on like 17 and didn't see him finish out or something. That was going to be my guess here.
Well, Dillon, they left after the front nine. Now, your next question.
He was with his wife?
Next question is like, oh,
Did
they
somebody
probably
get
had to catch.
sick?
They probably had to catch like a flight.
Or someone got sick?
Or someone got sick.
Someone had too much pimento cheese and had tum-tum ache.
I cannot confirm nor deny whether he took a doo-doo at the Masters.
Okay.
It's been done before. People have taken doo-doos at the Masters.
It's
Randy.
true.
No, his flight was actually today. I think he's on the flight right now.
Oh my God.
As I texted him, like I told him I'm going to give you I'm going to give you an objective, speedy trial. I'm gonna be, because I offered him the form. I'm like, do you want to come on the show and defend yourself? He's like, I can't. I'm gonna be traveling, but let me know when it's up, and I want to listen to the show. So he left, and he said in the group text, and I want to get this right, that they saw everything they needed to see. He said they walked the entire course. They got there at 5:30 a.m.
Okay. Respect.
Yeah, which I think that's what you're supposed to do. He says he saw a lot more than 9 holes, but not for Rory. So he saw, you know what I'm saying? Because the rub here is like we're giving him shit for you saw the front 9, but he said no. We walked around the entire course. We saw the entire thing. We get it.
Yeah, but he saw like Danny Willett play 16. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like is that really seeing 16? I don't know.
He said they saw the whole course, watched everyone, wanted to watch the end. And his argument was, I wouldn't have been able to see how it played out because there's so many people there and it's very hard to watch the back 9 there following Rory. He said it was such chaos. They're like, no, let's go watch it somewhere.
Getting there at 5:30 gives you the chance to, if you had a chair, to go plant a chair wherever he wants around the course. And that's your seat. You can always come back. You can leave and come back, and you'll like up against the rope on 18 if you want to. If you get there that early.
Said he found a good spot on 2 to watch the final groups come in, then flipped around and also watched them up 8. 18 was already packed, so we just kept going to the car with lots of other people. We were on the course for 11 hours, and we weren't going to see the putt anyways. It was still a great day and experience.
If you're the boss, okay, first of all, does the boss catch wind that he
100%.
left?
Oh, he'll know.
Because if you're the boss and you're like, man, I just gave this dude the trip of a lifetime as a gift. How do you feel if you're the boss? A slap in the fucking face?
I mean, you got to think that there's
That's egregious,
a
Dave.
5 p.m. Tuesday meeting invite in his inbox,
Like, hey man,
like today. Like, hey man, I just want to talk.
yeah. So I gave you these tickets that I could have used myself
Yeah.
or given them to a high profile client or whatever. I don't know what they do, but and this is how my gift was used.
Look,
That's unbelievable.
I take it personally.
You didn't even see Rory on Amen Corner or like see the
Nah.
score updates around the course when he was struggling on was it 14?
I think to him it's more like men corner.
Men Corner.
I mean, yeah, he probably saw fucking you name it. He probably saw Spieth play, somebody play it who was like 2 under. Someone nowhere near it play those holes. And that's cool. You got to see it. But that's what you do on like a Friday or a Thursday.
Yeah.
You do that. Now he
You
had
do it
one
on,
day
like-
to do it.
You do it on Friday or Thursday when you also have Saturday tickets.
Does it change the equation if he's been before, but he went to a practice round in the year Sergio won, 2016.
This is a Sunday ticket, man.
He went to a practice round that was rained out an hour or 2 in, and that was his previous Masters appearance.
This is egregious.
Is it egregious, Randy?
Randy's not he's not a golf guy.
As someone that doesn't give a shit about golf at all, I could tell you that this is probably pretty egregious.
He's even lost Randy.
Even Randy. Randy would
I probably would have said no to the tickets.
Okay.
Because I don't care.
Oh my
but
God. Okay. Can you just mute him the rest of this segment? Now,
but if I'm gonna go, I guess I'm gonna stay for the end.
When you lose Randy, though, it's tough. All right, dude. Look, so the rest of the time, so keep in mind, we're watching this, and once we get wind of this, we're watching like Rory's shot on 15.
yeah.
We're watching like some of the most incredible golf shots that have ever been hit. And so the entire rest of the afternoon was like, dude, how is it out there, Tim Doe? Like dude, is it electric out there? Were you able to see that shot knowing like he's not there? That's the joke.
Even if I'm Tim and I leave after 9, I'm not responding to texts until the tournament's over.
We'll call him Tim Z Doe.
I can't let the squad know that I've left. Rory wins. Like, hey guys, that was fucking exciting in the chat.
So they went
You
back.
know?
The joke was that he went and watched it at like a Shoney's or something.
He went to the Hooters and watched it with John Daly.
Honestly, had he done that, there might have been some respect there.
Oh,
Honestly, like
That's
if you're gonna
bad,
go do
dude.
that, you know what? I find him guilty on all counts. Randy, mash that button for me one time.
Of course.
do it one more time.
I sentenced him to just the next
He's
2
gotta
decades of group chat, never letting him live it down.
Suspend him from the group chat for a little bit. and
He's
then-
been suspended before.
Well, this definitely warrants a suspension if he's done it before.
Yeah, I think he's been suspended before. I offered him the forum. I promised him a speedy trial. I think I've done that. I don't know what to say. I take it personally as
The
someone.
jury spent 2 minutes deliberating on this.
It's not good when they come back quickly. I can tell you that. You're hoping for a long drawn out thing, some
No.
the foreman coming back asking questions, some clarification on the
No.
evidence. There was none of that.
No.
They came back, and sentence has been handed down. You're just
That's
going to get
tough,
roasted
man.
every year when the Masters rolls around. You know this is going to be a bit.
Yeah, I'll give you a pass if it's Thursday. A pass. Like, okay.
It's Sunday. Like you
You're
have
out
to
there
go
for 8
in
hours,
knowing.
like, okay, you're probably tired, feet hurt.
You go in knowing it's going to be hell. You're like, dude, it's going to be chaos, especially with Rory and history on the line. But I want to be a part of that moment potentially.
Judging by the sea of people surrounding 18 at the end, he was the only one who left.
Honestly, had this been 2019 and had it been the Tiger year and he had left, I'd send his ass to Gitmo.
Yeah.
I'd be waterboarding him right now.
This is how I know it's really egregious because I know kind of the whole Rory thing because you guys talk about it in the office. And I was, just looking at the leaderboard throughout the day just to see what was happening. And then when I saw that he was like through 17, I'm like, all right, those are the 5 minutes I watched. I turned it on, saw him hit out the bunker and then miss that putt and then hit the putt in. Like those are the only 5 minutes I watched. And even I tuned in for that.
Wow. Even Randy.
And I thought the playoff was a whole nother round the next day, so I did not realize that they were about to play another.
they
whole
go
I think he should have
18
to wear
and
an
then
ankle
10.
monitor. I think going forward at any sporting event, he needs to wear an ankle monitor.
Yeah,
I need to know his whereabouts at all times.
that's fair.
This is a guy I used to go to opening day with every year.
Tim Zito, what is your fucking deal?
Tim Zito. I'm disgusted.
Guilty.
I'm disgusted.
Guilty.
Absolutely guilty.
Look into the camera and say guilty.
Bang the fucking gavel, Randy.
Yeah. How about I bang the gong, the guilty gong. Guilty.
That was
Wow.
exciting.
We do things a little bit differently around here.
We have a gong, not a gavel.
Hey, old Hank, get the gong. Get that old gong, hoss.
We do things a little bit different.
Yeah, this ain't your grandma's court. This ain't no kangaroo court.
No, we have a gong.
No?
a little Amazon gong.
Little Eastern flavor.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Randy went to Japan one time.
I did.
Wow.
Ricky,
Okay.
I think Ricky's just finishing up his trip. Shouts to
Well,
Ricky.
I'm upset, Dave.
I'm pissed off.
I'm
And you've
upset.
been to the Masters. How do you
I'm
guys
upset.
feel?
On Sunday, we were sitting on 16 watching the final groups come through. And then obviously by that point, there's no way to get close to 18 because there's just like I said, a sea of people surrounding 18 green. But we walked and we were on the outskirts of it, and you can't see what's going on, but you can fucking hear the reaction to everything that's happening. And so it's exciting to be there, even when you don't get a good view of what's going on in 18.
If it's me and I'm there, I'm finding like a real bird and I'm going to warg into it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to watch from that bird's vantage point.
Well, that's going to be a problem because there's no real birds.
I'm going to find the one real. There's got to be a bird out there somewhere, right?
Like a little
Or
little red-bellied woodpecker, something like that.
Yeah, red-bellied woodpecker.
You got to find like a butterfly or something, man. I don't know.
I don't know, man. That lifespan, like with my luck, I warg into the butterfly and it just gets absolutely murked.
By what? There's no birds.
There's something to murk a
There's
butterfly.
going to be a praying mantis that's just going to fucking eat your ass.
What's the squirrel situation out there?
No squirrels, bro.
What about the
Did you not read
gopher?
my column? I said nary a squirrel turd anywhere on the grounds.
I don't like that. I like the idea that there's squirrels running around there.
I want a squirrel turd somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want like an extremely like over the top southern squirrel. Like, hello. Got like that molasses drawl. It's got like a little frat swoop.
Okay. Just big old nuts hanging down.
Just uncomfortable nuts.
Dude, squirrels have big nut sacks.
A lot of them do.
Oh, they do. I got one that comes by
Well,
my bird feeder.
Just
That's
hanging
like
down,
do-
man.
I do have some problematic nuts.
You gotta
My
be careful
nuts.
not to get those caught on like a chain link fence.
I've been there before, Hoss.
Ooh.
Get them old things
I
thinging.
say I've been carrying these boulders behind me for quite some time.
That's pretty good, Randy.
Yeah.
It's a little.
I was just doing a bad Chappelle show character.
Yeah, he's
Randy
doing
had a
he's doing
good
a
one.
southern squirrel with the big nuts.
I did a whole D&D character in that voice, so I did pretty well with that.
Wow.
Yeah,
I bet that didn't get old at all.
No, it didn't. It was actually pretty fun.
Hey, can you put this fucker with the traps up real quick?
Yeah, so here's just some images.
I
For some reason,
don't know the story other than he just went out of his way to work one trap.
he's not working his arms, his legs, his core. All he's doing is a shrug with one arm holding what looks to be about like a 40, 50-pound dumbbell.
He's the one trap guy.
And he's just working out one trap. In his one trap, he's got like the thing where his shoulder goes straight to the base of his skull because it's just one big muscle.
Yeah.
It's like a
It's very linebacker-y.
Here, let me see if I can pull
It
the
is.
video.
I don't know why he's doing this.
Well, he's just training one trap.
Oh,
Oh,
here
he's
he-
shrugging his
It
dog.
looks like was that a Boston Terrier? What is that? He's shrugging a dog.
Yeah, I don't know. See, like traps are like calves, I think. And they're kind of in that sphere of like, I feel like it's genetic and it's tough to get them to grow. Like, guys like us,
I can't grow mine.
It's
Like straight up.
It's very difficult. And this guy has the ability, clearly, but refuses to grow them proportionally.
And it looks like, looking at the rest of his frame, looks like he has the ability to gain serious mass if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Like he's got a good starter kit there for muscle gain, but he's just using it for evil.
Now,
For evil.
Like, what is he doing? He looks like a moron.
so Dillon, you notoriously have one giant forearm.
Yeah.
Is
no.
it? You kind of missed out on doing like a whole TikTok series about it.
I
'Cause this
should,
guy's
yeah.
going viral.
This is just crazy. This is craziness.
If you had to have one isolated giant muscle that was not proportional, what would it be?
Ooh. So yeah, like one big butt cheek.
You know what? It doesn't.
Glute.
Not a glute.
Give me a glute.
No, because think about when you're sitting. You're gonna be sitting at a bad
you're
angle.
gonna get back problems.
It's gonna give you back. It's gonna be
you
like
sit-
sitting on a big old Costanza wall.
You'll be sitting sideways.
You'll literally be sitting sideways, slipping discs.
I don't.
Is it a bicep?
I don't get what he's doing.
You want like one bicep?
Sure. That way, at least like from certain angles, you look like, oh, this dude's fucking stacked.
You're constantly
Yeah,
talking to
you
people
just-
at an angle,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Like,
"Why don't
damn.
you ever like square up when you talk to people?"
And then you do square up, like, okay, I see.
Oh, so you have one beautifully tiny arm and then one bulbous arm.
One embarrassingly large bicep.
Randy,
It's like when Quagmire came out.
Pick your muscle, dog.
It is like when Quagmire. came
Pick your
out.
big muscle.
I'm trying to think.
How about a pec?
I was thinking pec because it would look weird, but I think like there are people that are just like missing pecs too. So you'd be
Yeah.
able to be like, oh, I guess that guy just doesn't have his.
Some
other
people
pec.
can't grow
Yeah.
pecs, man.
I can't grow my pecs that well. They're way better than they used to be.
I'm a pec guy. Everybody knows that.
He's a
about
pec guy.
Yeah, this is tough, man. I think I'm going. Tricep is actually technically a bigger muscle, so it'll make your arm overall big, like that much
Yeah.
larger.
me. Is that right?
But it just feels like more noticeable if it's the bicep. It's the hilariously large one. It's certainly not the trap.
It's not the trap.
Imagine just throwing on a polo, just a 2-button polo, or like you're going to get fitted for a dress shirt. You're in a wedding.
Your tailor's like, I don't know what to do.
They're like, dude, you fucking broke
What's
this.
going on?
Yeah, what do I do here?
Yeah, like
Who's working out like this?
I don't know. I don't want to make assumptions, but like Dillon said, he looks like overall just like a very, he could have a good physique. Otherwise, it's not like I think a medical condition where he can't, do something with his other side of the body. Like it just seems this is a choice that he's doing.
It's all for weird internet clout.
Yeah, I'm absolutely hoping this is not a medical thing, but everything I'm seeing is that this is just his bit. And I have to tell you, bravo.
Hey, we're talking about it.
We're talking about, and like you executed this bit way better. If you told me a year ago that he was going to do this, I'm like, dude, you can't grow a trap that disproportionately.
He's doing numbers on the socials, so I guess he's doing something that's working.
This could have been you, man.
I don't know if I
You
want
got
this
that
to be.
Popeye right arm. Never understood it.
There's a dude who's like, I saw a clip of this guy who's he does arm wrestling,
Oh yeah.
and he's got one just hilariously large forearm,
Mm-hmm.
and one that just looks like mine, and he's fucking goated.
Little
Weird.
creatine,
Yeah.
just straight to the veins.
Should we move on to a quick Spacebar segment?
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Okay. We have a trip to space, Davey.
I'm
aboard-
sorry, no, I gotta stop you there. You're gonna have to intro the fucking
Spacebar.
segment. Yes.
Spacebar. Time for the motherfucking Spacebar.
Yeah, take me back.
Take us back. The Blue Origin, of course, is the Bezos company.
Ah, a little Blue Chew.
There's this morning actually it happened. They launched at 8:30 a.m. this morning from West Texas.
Ooh, been
Oh,
there.
Pecos?
An all-female crew.
Okay, well, let me be the first to say I support an all-female Blue Origin crew.
Let me be the second to say I also support it.
No pilots aboard, just passengers.
Randy, give me an ally point.
Ally point. Doop. Got one.
On this voyage to space, Lauren Sanchez, of course, is it the wife?
Fiance.
Yeah.
Fiance of Jeff Bezos. Aisha Bow, I think it's Bow, a former NASA rocket scientist and STEM advocate. We love our women in STEM.
We also advocate STEM. Thank you.
Amanda Nguyen, who's a bioastronautics research scientist and civil rights activist.
Okay.
We have Gail King, of course, a prominent broadcast
Yeah.
journalist who co-hosts CBS News' flagship program, CBS Mornings.
That's a name that needs to come back. Shout out to all the Gales out there, including my Aunt Gail.
Gail's a good name. Katy Perry, pop star, and of course, one of the hosts of one of those
American Idol.
talent shows, American Idol.
Oh, man.
And finally, Carrie Ann Flynn,
Mm-hmm.
a film producer and philanthropist. 6 women all went to space. Guess how long this journey took? The whole trip.
Wouldn't have taken me very long.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean, you go
They
to
go to
space,
space, you
you
know
go
what
to
I'm saying?
space, and you come back.
Were they like doing the thing like the Well, you're edging space, like the Dude Perfect guy.
They did the Dude Perfect guy trip. So they touched space and then came right back, which is kind of lame if you ask me.
And I'm a friend of Dude Perfect. I'm obviously like associated with them, but like they're not advocates for STEM.
They're not.
So this is much more important what we've done.
You
here.
go to space and it's like, all right, time to go home.
It's like going to the Masters on Sunday for 9 holes and just fucking going home.
I disagree with this take so much, Dillon.
Oh, this is one of my best takes. I think
it's I get
if you consider space is like 56 miles away, that's it.
Do you know how many people have been in space and all of human history?
But is this really going to space?
This is going to space. Seeing that
Kind
view.
of.
You know how many humans have seen that view with their own eyes? Like I think it's I looked it up the other day. I think it's maybe like 600 something out of the whole course of
This
human history.
trip-
That's like 0.0000008% of human history.
This trip took just over 10 minutes.
What kind of view did they have? Like the Space Origin capsule or whatever ship? Like is it a glass bottom boat type situation?
I think there's portholes.
Portholes, man. I mean,
Understand.
it's not like I can probably get a better view if I just Google image.
It would be dope if it was a glass bottom boat.
Yeah, this was famously not a boat though. at
You ever
all.
been to the one in San Marcos?
Of course I have.
Randy, you've had a few glass bottom boats in your day, huh?
I don't know what that means.
Exactly,
I
yeah.
have seen one. I have been on one.
Anyway, cool trip, but maybe go up a little. Maybe spend some time up there.
You want them to
don't
like
know.
orbit.
Do something.
You're
You just-
looking for a
they just-
potential
they
dock.
They scrape the edge of space and come right back down.
It's still I would do it. It would be dope to see the
I would
Earth
do
from
it,
that thing.
but I would also be like, that was it.
well, I think this is still
I'm not
early.
saying board the ISS and spend a week up there. I'm saying like
or spend a couple months.
Like,
on
spend a little
plan.
time.
I thought we defeated ISIS long ago.
just spend a little time up there.
You
check
want
it out.
You want to get up there. Maybe do when astronauts they will typically do like a science experiment.
Yeah.
They'll go up there and they're like, oh, we got some seeds.
Do they even get to experience weightlessness? Like, did they go that high up?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck we doing?
The Katy Perry post Super Bowl performance run has been very, very odd. It's like she did the Super Bowl.
Does she do music anymore? Like, make new music?
Yeah, I think she
recently had
does.
an album, but I don't think it did well.
But she worked with a producer that's controversial. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I apologize. Don't take my ally point. But also she had like that minor beef with Taylor, and it feels like Taylor
yeah.
kind of like didn't crush her career, but definitely like
Taylor won that beef.
kind of was like, you know what, time out.
Public perception, she won that beef.
100%.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But now she's going to space. Taylor's never been to space.
I mean, but did she really go to space?
she's doing the Blue Chew. What is it? Blue
10
Origin?
minutes?
Flynn says the flight, especially getting to see the moon, was the most incredible experience of her life. That'd be sick. Being
Like-
able to see the moon from space.
Brett takes Mondo's longer than 10 minutes.
Well,
what I
that's
mean?
good.
It's
Well,
fucking facts.
that's Chipotle's problem.
It's Brett's problem. Cool.
Brett's out there just thinking like, yeah, it's fine. They're done. They're done roasting me. They roasted my outfit earlier. No, you got to listen to the whole show.
I do like this NPR right up here that like it goes every single woman here. It's like film producer, philanthropist, all, and then Katy Perry is just a pop star that has some songs that reference aliens.
She's
Yeah.
more than that.
I know. It just
Did you ever see her
It's-
on Sesame Street?
Okay, question. Is seeing the moon from 56 miles closer that different from seeing it from the Earth's surface?
That's a great question, Randy.
I would think so
Why?
because you're in space.
I love that
But
the
it looks the
Spacebar
same.
guy is
It's
not
the
that
same
impressed.
size.
I do like that the Spacebar guy is like, all right, well, okay.
It doesn't seem like, I don't know, man.
You want to get up there and like,
Do you know how big space
Flip
is,
on
Randy?
I do.
To just touch the outer edge of the vastness of space seems like a waste of an opportunity.
I think this is also very Blue Origin's still a young company, and that they will
I don't give
eventually
a-
get to that point.
I don't
But
give a
this
F.
is sick. This is they get to be one of the few people in all of human history to be in space.
I mean,
and see that
Dude
view.
Perfect
It's
guy
amazing.
went. Is it that rare?
Yeah, it's still pretty rare.
bro, people forget, man. If this is the first all-female space flight since 1963 when Soviet-era cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova, the first woman in space, bro.
And that's
she was
certainly-
such a bad bitch, bro.
That's certainly noteworthy, an all-female crew.
Yeah, bro, you're missing out on the big picture.
So they just fly it with like joysticks and shit from Earth because there's no pilot on board.
I don't know. Joysticks? I mean, you're probably right. There's probably a joystick.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, not to underplay this, but the word crew there seems, if they're not actually doing the stuff,
Yeah,
it
they're
just
just
seems like
they're all passengers.
Yeah.
Valentina Tereshkova was in space orbiting for nearly 3 days by herself.
Okay. Yeah,
Back in
that's a worthwhile
1963.
trip. This one's like,
Dude, Soviet Union was sneaky more ally than we were back then. Just saying.
They weren't our allies. You're saying that they were just more forward into women.
They were
in
more
STEM.
progressive.
Yeah.
Just something to think about, Dillon.
okay.
I know you've been doing a lot of reading.
Yeah, I can read.
What's the last Soviet book you read?
Arms Dealing 101.
You were reading that one about that one from Karl Marx the other day, weren't you?
No, Randy, I wasn't reading a Karl Marx.
Weren't you reading
fucking
Dose
book.
Capital? Isn't that like a cartel book?
No,
Oh.
no.
Weren't you
But
reading
all the workers have nothing to lose but their chains, bro. I tell you this much now, man. You don't let Griner get hot this season.
So let's just say if anyone from Blue Origin is listening, that clearly
not.
I'm the one that has the 2 Roback space shirts. I would be willing to go. I'm the space.
This
guy.
is nothing against the women on board. I mean, that's an opportunity I wouldn't pass up.
You
I'm
sneaky
just
got
saying,
cucked
like,
on your seg.
Just saying, like,
It's a segment cucking, dude.
Eh.
You're now in the chair.
I'm saying it's a cool experience.
You're
regardless.
watching Randy do the Blue Origin thing.
It took you longer to drive to work than they were in this fucking
Dude, 14 minutes today. I don't
See?
know what's going on.
See?
But that was
14
sneaky quick.
minutes. Took you longer to get to work than they went to space and back. Just saying.
This should have had more pub. This should have had more build up.
It did when it first got like announced, but like I didn't even know it was today until you guys posted in the rundown.
Yeah, because they went and came back before we even had a chance to have a cup of coffee.
Dude, it is a cup of coffee, plug.
It's a cup of coffee.
Legit, dude, because you got to pour it, let it cool down to
Yeah.
drinking temp. So
So you
yeah,
gotta get out of bed
yeah.
and then go back.
You got to bring it back to your
You
bed.
gotta bring it back to bed.
There you go.
Get cozy again.
All right, do your PP minute.
All right. Dillon's PP minute.
Dillon's PP minute, brought to you by Roback.
Watch 20. All right, here's the PP minute. So I mentioned Parks had a game Sunday. They got off to a rough start. The other team, we couldn't throw strikes. Other team was hitting the ball pretty well. We got down early 2-8 deficit.
Ooh.
Yeah, it wasn't looking good. Parks' first at bat struck out, pissed off, back in the dugout, head down. Like, oh, here we go. One of these. This is after getting their shit handed to them on Friday.
They got their shit rocked, Randy.
They got their shit rocked.
Like how many innings are we in at this point?
After 2 innings, so they cap it. You can only score 4 an inning to kind of keep the game moving. So they maxed out runs both innings, 8-2 after 2, and then they start playing better. They start throwing strikes, making a couple plays in the field. We start putting the ball in play. Park's second at bat. It was in I think the 4th inning. He walked and ended up scoring the tying run in the 4th inning. So it was at this point like 9-9, I want to say. And then we took the lead. It was 10-9 going into the last inning. And there was some talk among the umpires because there's a time limit also. Like there was like right up against it. Like, are we going to play the last inning or not? We would have won if they ended it.
What are you thinking? Are you kind of hoping like let's just get that?
I wanted the dub, honestly.
You gotta
I
get
knew
that
Parks
dub.
would be due up to bat in the bottom half of the last inning.
You got to think big picture.
But I'm like,
though.
I want the dub. Like if they call it, I'm okay. Because Parks, like I said, scored the tying run. He had a decent enough game. Like, all right, we're gonna play. Like, oh shit, here we go. The other team had the bottom of the lineup up. They had 8, 9, 10. They bet 10 guys in this league. And walk guys that shouldn't have been walked. And then the top of the lineup comes up and they got some ball players and they end up scoring the max. So they scored 4 runs in the top half of the last inning.
Morale is low at this point.
So it's 9-12. We're down. So the only way to win the game is if we max out and score 4 runs in the bottom half. Parks is due up 5th in the inning. First guy up to bat, strikeout on our team. Like, this is not looking good. Then got a walk and a base hit. And I think I forgot what happened, but there was a run scored before Parks got up to bat. So it was, I guess, 2 runs that scored before Parks got up to bat because it was 12-11 with the guy on third base and Parks is up to bat.
How many outs at this point?
1 out.
Ooh, God.
First pitch, Parks is up. His dad's fucking nervous as hell.
That's you.
I'm nervous as hell. I'm also the official scorekeeper, so I'm updating every pitch.
Are you trying to be objective as the official scorekeeper? Like, how does that work?
I'm pretty loose with the hit versus error thing. I don't like to call errors on these little kids.
Kid shit, yeah.
If you put the ball in play, you get on base, like I'm gonna mark it as a hit, you know. First pitch strike, second pitch ball, third pitch, little dude fucking loads up and hits. I put it on Twitter. I'll post it on the circling back story. He loads up and just fucking rips one to left field. He's gotten hits before. This is his first like line drive to the outfield, just fucking whizzed on it.
Off the bat, you
Whizzed on it.
You knew it.
Drives the tying run in. So RBI single, and he's on first base, tie ball game, 1 out. Next guy up gets walked. Parks is on second base. We got guys on second and first, and one more run to win the game. Strikeout. Next guy. Talking 2 outs. Here's my favorite part of this. The hit, I'm already like on top of the world. Like Parks just whizzed on a ball. If you look at the video, you'll see that when he gets to first base, it gives you kind of a frame of reference for how small Parks is compared to these other kids in the league. Like he's a little guy. First baseman just like towering over him.
Altuve.
He's like, he needs stuff like this to happen because he gets down on himself about his size and about how other kids are better at baseball. So this was like a big moment already. Guy on first and second. The guy up to bat is he's a good ball player, but he was not having a great game.
Just one of those days.
Swinging and missing. And here's one of my favorite parts of the whole situation. Coach on third, and they have steal signs, but they're kids. They're like, 9 and 10 years old. So like they don't pick up on this shit.
Yeah.
He gives them the steal sign.
Don't give it away.
I think the count is like, I'm not, in case the opponents are watching, I'm not going to show what the steal sign is. And so, I think it's like 1-1, and he gives Parks a steal sign. Strike 2, but Parks is on. He's going. He picks up the sign and fucking swipes third. Ball it kind of throws a little bit low, gets away from third baseman, kind of dribbles back toward the fence. Parks just fucking takes off for home, slides in, boom, game is over. He scores a winning run, and he's just like arms in the air, like, fuck yeah. He didn't say fuck yeah. I was, though. Running over, his team just fucking mobs him, just slamming his helmet, and giving him like pouring water on his head and shit.
Let's go.
He was like the legit hero of the game. And this is 2 games after he got the game ball. He's had 3 really good games in a row. Didn't get the game ball because they kind of like to, share the love a little bit. Another guy got 3 hits. So he was deserving too. But just an unbelievable Parks moment. I was in the video, the guy yelling is me.
The base running prowess.
Dude, the base running, like I was like, dude, he picked up the fucking steal sign.
And the ball's on that coach. The ball's on that coach.
I know.
2 outs, calling for.
I know.
I mean, okay, dude.
He was like, all right, let's try to make something happen on the base pass in case we don't get this last hit. And they would have called it a tie because the time had expired by that point. So it would have been ended in a tie had they not scored that run. But dude, he's like on top of the world right now. On top of the fucking world.
Oh,
and I'm so happy for him.
What a day at the Diamond.
And that was, it was just the video, dude. He fucking pissed on that, Dave.
Yeah,
He
dude.
ripped it.
I told you. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, he's coming into his own.
He is. So great day for Parks. Great day for his mom and I who watched it. Chelsea and her family, they did a little day trip to New Braunfels. They missed it, unfortunately, but we got it all on video. Just unbelievable.
Let's run it back. Let's skip. I'll talk Wednesday about mine. But let's end it there. That is just a great story.
All right. Running back, of course, the segment during which we talk about what we already talked about. Randy lost an ally point.
Shackers be shackers. What I can say.
Shouts to the Will Mommies and the care package they sent us. Shout out Krim. Dillon debuted his Peepee Minute segment.
Good seg.
Helldivers 2 had a resurgence. Randy figures a lot of rock stars got sucked on by floozies on the John Denver bus.
Yeah.
Dave's been insanely glazing in LU.
Shout out.
Dave spent Saturday night pondering. People have taken doo-doos at the Masters. Squirrels have big old nut sacks.
What the biggest.
And finally, Parks done pissed on it.
Fuck yeah.
And that concludes Run It Back.
Fantastic. We'll see you tomorrow. Check out our Patreon. You could try it free for a couple weeks, right?
I think it's just a week now.
Oh, just a week. Try it
I think
free.
it's just a week.
Go
That's
in
not
there.
that's not our setting. That's theirs.
Check it out. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Metal Ranchos, Metal Ranchos, Metal Ranchos, Metal Ranchos.